And welcome back to The Nose Plays Endless Space 2. The music cut out again at launch, which is weird. It's done this a couple times now, and I don't know what causes it. But it should come back on once we get into the game momentarily. Hopefully this time I remember to turn the microphone on. In my last video, which should be uploaded very soon, the microphone was muted for the first 13 minutes, so I did put a timestamp in the video where I turned the microphone back on. So if you want to watch the gameplay without any words, you can do that. But yeah, sometimes silly stuff happens. Okay, we're getting our trade company started here. Everybody's just kind of building whatever. I do have some defensive structures going down in Deki and Rigel, and we just won a very impressive victory over half of Isander's fleet that he is loaning to the Vaulters. We should be able to completely decimate the remainder of the Vaulter fleet if we can finish off Isander's fleet in the next turn. It will truly be dependent on what they decide to do, and also there is a slight chance that we can catch the Argosy when we do this, but I'm not sure that that's actually going to happen. So that's where we left off the last video. A couple of things to note. Most of the Riftborn settlements have been destroyed. However, we did see one more pop up here, so they do have some settlements somewhere. They might actually be on another constellation, or they might be on part of this arm of the constellation that goes back however far, we don't know. The pirates are popping up everywhere, which is problematic, but we can probably wipe them out pretty easily. Pirate systems are not very hard to remove, especially since we have armor now. They always tend to use standard foot soldiers for defense, so we shouldn't have any issues with that. Speaking of armor, we did upgrade to armor, and I believe I went ahead and I got to this tier, but we actually have the ability to grab this tier, and this would make us incredibly effective against anybody who's still using troops, but it's extremely expensive. We definitely have the ability to buy this out, and so I'm strongly considering it. We're getting 4 a turn and 2 a turn, so we are getting income of these resources now, and I could actually do more to make that happen a little bit faster if we were really in dire need of more of them. But I think I am going to go ahead and spend a little bit of money. We also have modernization. Level 3. Out of curiosity, what do these do? Plus approval per population. That's interesting. Voidstone is one that we are able to see. And then we don't really have income of anything else. Ionic Crystal, Proto-Orchid, Dust Water. Takes 32 of those. That's actually not bad. That's a lot of approval. But I don't know what else I would pair with it at the moment. Since we're in the marketplace, I guess we could take a look at what's available. There's some large stocks of Transvine, Super Spuds, Red Sang. Jadonics. Eden Incense. How much Eden Incense would it take? Out of curiosity. Where do I gotta go to see that again? That's on this screen. 60. So it's gonna be 60 of the tier 1 and 32 of the tier 2s. So if I wanted to do like that and Eden Incense. Marketplace. 60. There's not enough Eden Incense to do 2, but there isn't, or to do 3. We would need 180 resources on the market. So the only ones we could do 3 of would be Super Spuds, Transvine, or Red Sank. We could just do more science with the approval. Or we could do deciduous trees. Dust is kind of a problem again. What if I bought like almost all of this? It would cost me 6,000 to buy all of that. Yeah, we're not going to be able to do that, I don't think. What if we sold like 100? It's actually 9,000 to sell 100. So we actually could get this done. Alright, let's go ahead and do this. And then we're going to want... We'll have to wait 1 turn. We can do that and that for now. And then in 1 turn we can put that down here. So that'll be good for our home system. And then with the leftover money, I should be able to get this done, right? Yeah. Alright, cool. This fleet can just hang out here for a turn. Ah, hacking. Hacking would be... I guess like from Rigel to Fad? They'll probably get traced. But it might not. I'm not sure how that works. It's probably going to get traced back to us, but this system's going to be gone anyways. Alright, let's see what we're going to be able to do here. Alright, we could attack them again. And we can do something similar to the last time, where we stack all of our fleet over here. But we do have to have at least 1 CP over here. We put our hero over here, because even if they die, which they probably will, they don't actually die, as long as we win the battle. So let's go ahead and give this a try and see what happens. This should play out very similar to how the last one played out. Okay, they put their big ship over here, which means we may not get to fight it again. But we should completely decimate this fleet in very short order. Ooh, the Argosy's actually out. Oh, this will be good. If we can destroy the Argosy. Oh, we're going to destroy the Argosy because they have it over here. Yeah, this is going to actually play really well for us. Alright. Now the one thing that we do have going for us is we do have bombers, and bombers can actually get to any lane. So they should actually be able to get over here and attack this if we kill everything in this lane fast enough. So that went down, the Argosy's going to go down, and my bombers are actually going to head all the way over here now. Let's see if they can get enough damage on this ship to do anything real. Unfortunately, they're attacking it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we're doing a little bit of damage to it. We can kind of watch our bombers flying in and out here. We've only got one bomber left. They've got about 25% of its health down, but they're just not enough by themselves to actually do much. Unfortunately. And I don't think anybody else is actually close enough to attack the other lane. So opposite lanes are not able to generally shoot at each other. You have to be within one lane in order to make that happen. So our hero dies but doesn't die. Everybody else is fine. If we look at the advanced statistics, our bombers did some work. Not sure. Damage caused by the bombers, over 10,000, almost 11,000 damage, but still not enough to bring this down. This thing has 50,000 hit points. Alright. So we're going to have to wait another turn, but the good news is the Argosy has been destroyed. That's really, really bad news for them. That does mean that basically they won't be able to expand for like 20 turns. Okay. Approval is already maxed in this system. It's not going to stay maxed, so we definitely want to grab this building eventually. And then AI labor is not really worth much because we don't have hot or sterile unpopulated planets yet. This actually does start to give a little bit of industry, and this will give some... Actually, this will give some science because we have a large population on an anomaly system, so we'll go with that for now. And then this system is kind of in a weird spot. What is that? How did we get that guy on here? I thought the amoebas were dead. Amoebas just add food, so... Is there anything else that we need over here? So we're at System Development 2. So this is worth 10 industry. But there are no anomalies here to worry about. I'm not sure that I really want to mess with either of those right now. Neither one of those are really helpful to us. In fact, there's really nothing here that's all that helpful to us. Actually, I take that back. Resource generation on strategic deposits. This is a prime system because we have 3 different strategics, so that will actually help refill these quite fast. So yes, we will do that. And then I could start doing something like spin projects on all of these, or condense their population a little bit, but that's probably good for now. And then we do want to go ahead and queue that up and get level 3 modernization tech up and running on this system. These guys should generally be like that. Approval's at 50%. It doesn't hurt a lot to have those guys over there. Unfortunately, it looks like we're going to make another one. And I don't have any way to get rid of them, really. Yeah, that's really unfortunate. Alright. I'll put them over here just because of spin projects for now. Alright. Election is happening in 2 turns. This is semi-problematic. What can I build real quickly to deal with that? Maybe a bolter? Alright. Keep an eye on what's going on around us. It looks like we have a Craver scout heading this direction. There's not much else we can do. Alright. So they are pulling in their crappy ships now, which kind of sucks. It does make this a little bit trickier because they have 12 command points again, while we have 13. I think we do the same tactic as before, though. Nothing's going to stand up to the firepower of this fleet, and if he dies, he just comes back. So we should be able to win this pretty easily. The bomber should do some damage to this again, and we're slowly but surely removing all of the Vulture's fleet that they had sort of being protected by Isander's fleet. Unfortunately, they're keeping their big ship alive by constantly putting it in the back line. We can go ahead and speed this up a little bit. Yeah, the hero ship just goes up in smoke really quickly, as do all of their ships, because our weaponry is just so much superior to theirs. And then here come our bombers. We'll see if the bombers get anything done. They're going to attack the light ship first. That doesn't make a lot of sense, but they should be able to blow that up, no problem. Yeah, and then the last bomber gets taken out, and that's the end of the battle. So basically all they have left is this ship. Eventually they won't be able to keep hiding it in the third flotilla, and we'll get to fight it. But unfortunately, until they run out of other ships, that's going to be a problem for us. I don't see how this was a draw, considering what they lost, but the Academy has increased in power. This hero has leveled up again. There's still nothing really better for us to put points into. So I guess we'll just go with more shielding absorption for now. We did unlock the next tier of traits with that, so his next point will be more valuable. New event, two-way street. We can make a choice. We can approve or veto. Rigel can have more dust but lower approval, or more approval but lower dust. I think we can go with that. Rigel's approval is pretty high at the moment. pirate mark placed on Rigel. I'm not too worried about pirates. My approval is pretty high. This will improve it significantly, and we can get it higher if we need to. As far as planets, population, there's not really anything we need to do. I could go ahead and get that in the queue. That would be helpful. This could also be helpful since it is on the front lines. Alright. Trade headquarters has been finished. In all honesty, what I really ought to do is get this trade company up. That shouldn't take too long. Is Rigel the one we want to do that in, or is... maybe it's this one. Let's cancel that. Let's do it here. There we go. And I can actually get that done in 3 turns. This is a capital, so it has more stuff going on for it. The population will never be great there, but I think all the luxury and strategic resources there make that a better place than this. Also, this is way on the front lines. At least this gives us a little bit, and we already have defensive buildings here, so I think that's actually the right way to go. Just keep sending probes down those 2 lanes for now, so we can see anything coming at us, and end our turn. Alright, this will be his last fight. Let's turn this around so we can see our destruction. Okay, shields are up. Our laser weapons are doing work. The hero tanked the first part of the battle. Bombers are coming in. Now, once the bombers arrive, the damage should actually start to get much faster. Ooh, our ships are taking some damage. We're probably going to lose at least one of our ships. Yeah, it's going to be real close. Ah, we lost one. But they have now lost all of their ships. That is the end of this little engagement. And unfortunately, that also means we lost a lot of manpower, because that was a big ship. But that does mean that we now have control of the system, and that we can do an invasion. Green has already gotten a lot uncovered. What do we need to do over here on this system? First of all, Calgaroos do not even like this system. I could send them somewhere else. I'm not sure where I would send them at the moment, but Approval isn't really that important here. Getting spin projects would be good because of the high population on this system. Also, that would be pretty strong, as would predictive logistics. And then we'll just kind of go from there. Okay. Also down here, we created this bolter, but we didn't actually catch the Vaulter scout that made it into our territory, so I'm going to send him out to do that. And then the question is, do I want to do this? So the tracing operation's probably going to stop our whatchamacallit anyways. I could buy out predictive logistics, which does give us a significant amount of industry to get some ships built. Let's go ahead and do that. And then let's get a couple of these battleships built. To replace the one that we lost. That should not take 7 turns. And especially if we change this law for this law. Alright, militarists are slowly gaining ground on taking over. We'll see if we're there yet. Us or them? Plus 20 per owned home system on systems. That is actually a really good law. So how many home systems do we have? We have 1, 2, so that'd be 40. Hacking Operation Trace was forcefully cancelled. You'll suffer penalties. So yeah, we didn't actually get that, unfortunately. That means it's probably just time to send the invasion fleet. So we'll go ahead and drop, and we have quite a few reserves. We could also go guerrillas. 46 more tanks is probably more damage than the bombing. And the extra health will make our tanks even more effective. Or blitz, we could just blitz them and go with all of our forces, but we'll lose more manpower if we do this. However, we significantly outnumber them, and they don't have any population. I think that's probably the right way to go. There's a chance we just outright win this. Not a high chance, but a chance. Alright, so we got almost all of them. We did destroy a bunch of buildings, but that's fine. We can just continue the assault. And then these ships don't necessarily need to stay here. We can send them back over here. I suppose we'll just decide that later. We are going to need to get somebody over here because of the pirate mark. And then as far as laws are concerned, us or them, plus 20 per owned home system on systems. So this will cost a significant amount. 139 influence per turn. We still have enough influence per turn to keep positive. This will provide 40 versus 20 with no penalties. Plus we needed to run 2 military laws for a certain number of turns. And so that should greatly increase the approval in all of our systems. We're getting plus 40 per owned home system. Yep, just like I thought. Since we own 2, that's a really good law for us in terms of keeping our approval high. Is there anything else we need to do? These guys are out of movement. One patrol, a battleship, and a cruiser. Okay, that's probably fine. 2 turns till liquid composites. Okay, that needs to be activated. This. We could probably finish them off with guerrilla or preemptive bombing. Let's just go with this. We don't need to watch it this time. They actually drafted and survived. That's not cool. Continue that then. Do I need to get over here yet? Yes. There's a stack of 6 pirates heading this direction. So we probably do need to get over there. Now, I could move over here and intercept them. Why am I at 0 movement? Is it because of the invasion? I'm not sure why our movement's still at 0.
Generosity is a trait of the honorable.
Alright, we've achieved 50 population now, so we're getting all kinds of cool bonuses. Another Hiroshima, kind of annoying. Don't really need those, but whatever. I guess we have a hacking operation. This system is under blackout, causing the whole node to be unresponsive for 4 turns. Hopefully that works. Illegal operation. No outcome is available. Why can I not hack this system? Is it being protected by this force field? I don't know. 22 turns to get to there. That's a lot of turns. That's too many turns. I guess we'll just hack to that pirate for now. Thad should be ours next turn. I know why I'm losing all my movement. It's because I'm shooting my probes out. Alright, let's go ahead and get this done. We can just blitz again. They drafted and barely survived one more time. Well, that sucks. We're gonna have to move this fleet down here. And that should protect it from invasion. We'll send probes down both of these lanes so we can keep vision on stuff. Alright, empty construction. So, we now have the Dreadnought class ship, the biggest ship in the fleet. Let's take a look at where we might want to build it. This guy's almost there. Actually, let's get over there and fight him. What weapons did we take? Medium range weapons? Actually don't have a medium range battle tactic. Lovely. Plus 25% shield penetration should be fine. There we go. Got rid of him. And then we can bring this ship back, because I think we have 1 point available. Unresponsive means I can't even, like, build anything. It's like completely frozen. I can't do anything. Well, that's a little annoying. So this planet needs to build something. Maybe we build our Dreadnought here. Let's take a look at what the Dreadnought is going to cost. So this ship has exceptional capacities. Weapon-wise, we have some very, very good slots. So this slot is actually a double DPS slot. Most of these slots are like ×4. So like whatever the value of the weapon that I put in that slot would be, it's going to be 4 times that. So if I stick this laser here, instead of 36 DPS, where's the Gulchy laser? So these ones have a DPS of 36% at 100%. We're also getting some other bonuses somewhere. That's crazy. So we could just outfit this guy with a lot of lasers. The one weapon that I think makes the most sense for this slot, because this heavy mount accepts a heavier version, is I think you should generally use beam weapons. The reason that I think you should use beam weapons is because they are 100% accurate at all ranges, and so no matter what range you put this weapon into this slot at, you're going to get the most damage out of it. So that weapon is going to be very effective there. But if I wanted to just do a Gulchy laser, I could. Like, what's the difference between this weapon and this one? So this is a 145 290, and this one is 155 all the way across. So actually, maybe we just go tons of lasers. The amount of laser firepower that this provides is ridiculous. I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. Sometimes live calls, and sometimes you have to pick up. So the only concern I have about this is we're going to be somewhat susceptible to missiles if I don't put some flak defense on the ship. So I think we should probably put at least one flak defense. That will help a little bit against incoming missile fire. I don't think there's anything else I really care to mess with. So then there's a matter of engines. So we definitely put, like, get our engine speed up to 6 like the rest of our fleet. And then we have defensive modules. I have up to 3 defensive slots. So we could just get massive amounts of health, but not have any real laser defense. Or I could put a little bit of shielding on here, just so we have a little bit of laser defense. And then we have one more slot. Increased chance to be targeted but repair ship by 5% each phase is an interesting choice. I'm not sure how interested I am in putting that on there, but if we were to put it on there, we would have to wait. Oh, this isn't nice. I didn't notice this before. Upgrade cost, construction cost. Okay, we could also just throw this on here. This is going to give it 28 extra sieging power, which helps us just remove lots and lots of defenses. I don't have very good modules right now. We were talking about remedying that, and maybe we do. Maybe we do. Ooh, fighters. Fighters is another one that's an option. Fighters will give us some defense against bombers. I haven't used fighters a whole bunch, and I don't think there's any need to use them until we see bombers being used against us, but they are supposed to be one of the most effective defenses against bombers. I think for now, we'll just throw that on there, and then I can upgrade it to something better later. How long does that ship take to make? Okay, 8 turns is a long time, but it's not that long. And there's really no way to improve significantly the industry of this system. I guess we could actually... move people to this planet. Like that. That actually shaved a turn off. Then I can move this guy. We're at 70. We want to be at 71. Yeah, that's not enough to shave a turn off anyways. I guess I could actually do that. Yeah, that works. So that's a little bit better. Alright, cool. That will be not too far away, eh? And then technology. Okay, so we talked about grabbing these two to unlock the next tier, which would be very helpful for us because we need more command points in order to actually fit a big ship like that into a fleet without having to break it up a little bit. The other thing that I was interested in grabbing maybe was some of these. Repair fleet after each battle and each phase. That's actually really good. Extra health and dodge probability. That's interesting. And shield reloads each phase up to 450 shielding. So this means you don't need as much shielding. If your shielding gets completely depleted, you'll recover some of it each phase. So maybe taking that actually makes our ships a lot better. This is also something that we were interested in grabbing. But we do need to grab 3 things from this tier at some point. There's some good science buildings. If you're happy, 25% extra science is actually quite a bit, which we are. But I think I am going to go ahead and grab that. And then we'll retrofit some of our ships with it. Since we're getting a lot of this adamantium, we should be able to give most of our ships some type of support module that repairs them in between rounds and after combat, which makes our ships incredibly durable, especially once we go back to running the law that gives us extra health. 5% plus our extra health, that should add up to a lot. Alright, Rigel's been compromised. Pirates are hacking us, clearly. We don't really need to watch these fights. They're just going to be total destruction. Actually, I kind of do need to go to the advanced menu on some of these fights now, because, well, no, this will be fine if we set it up like this. I just want to be careful not to lose this battleship. It's damaged, and I don't have a great way to repair it, but I think we'll be alright. Why the pirates do this in groups of 2, I don't know. Even if they did it in a group of 8, they wouldn't come close to being able to beat us, but that was just really bad. We can actually get over here. Alright, so he gained a lot of experience, and now we have the higher tier ones. Plus 80% damage on ship, 1.5% damage per current command point on fleet. That's really good. Hull plating absorption, plus 20% damage on fleet. Yeah, that's the one we want. We'll grab 2 points into that and 2 points into that, and that will increase our damage significantly. This is why he is a great fleet commander, because he enhances the damage of your fleets once you get him high enough level. Alright, this should be over with now, hopefully. Right? How much? Yeah, they only have 1 population left. Yeah. Alright, so this system is now ours again. We'll occupy it. And because they never got complete control of it, it shouldn't take us as long to get it back, right? Yeah, they only got to 84%. But I guess we're still at 0? So that's interesting. It actually shows system ownership of all 3 of us. Which planets are colonized? We've got a desert, the boreal. Alright, so we want to be over here. There's 1 vaulter left. We'll want to get all the basic buildings constructed, and then work on some of the more higher tier ones. So I can I think I can buy most of these out. That one's important, that one's important, that one's important. The other ones we can just build as we build. Okay. We need to start pouring money into our trade route to unlock future trade routes. So I'm just going to put all of the money that I can into that for now. This system is getting completely full, but our approval is still pretty high. We also have some new curiosities that we might be able to uncover soon. And we do have hot planets, sterile planets, so that's actually pretty good. We also have anomalies here, polar tempest, so that actually is beneficial for this system. But more importantly, we don't have spin projects on our high population systems yet. This one I'll wait till it gets completely filled. That'll take a few turns. She finally leveled up. And we'll probably put her in charge of a fleet at some point. Once it makes sense to do that. %% food. That's something like 20 food that we'll be gaining, because we're actually producing close to 200 food, but 100 of it's being consumed. 130 is being consumed. So yeah, we have about 200 food. 10% extra food should be about 20. I guess we'll build that. These buildings are kind of pointless. This building is kind of good as long as our approval's really high. We'll get a whole bunch of influence out of that. And he's got another point. Extra science. Extra defenses, extra approval, or more influence. I actually want to look at his system real quick. Where is our approval at? We're really high. We are starting to fill out here. So if approval is through the roof, and we're still growing population, we don't need more food necessarily. That's going to be worth a lot. So let's get these influence buildings done. And then this one is just a bunch of dust. The defenses are probably worth grabbing at some point. And the approval per system might be worth grabbing, but I don't think we need it right this second. And then Vene finally has these two systems filled out. We should definitely get spin projects activated on both of these. Our approval is through the roof, so this is actually really good. And AI labor is not very good in this system. So we'll just kind of roll with this for now. Okay. Did we get our manpower back? We have 69 manpower back. Do we need anything else? This is taking forever. Since it's a system that we control, I could actually repair my ship for 7,000 dust. We should look at 7,000 dust on the marketplace. I could probably get to 7,000. Nope, not with that. We need those. That's not worth anything. Yeah, we're not going to get to 7,000 very easily. I could get to 8,000 by selling all of our Hyperion. There we go. I want that battleship repaired just in case something big comes our way. We'll be making lots of money here before long, so I'm not too worried about it. Alright, cool. We got one of our battleships made. I still can't do anything with it, because the system's still locked down. Alright, a bunch of these are wearing off. So that's good for some things and bad for others. A lot of this got completed. How many more turns is this? One more turn? Alright. Let's go ahead and get this fleet over here, and we'll take care of this before they actually get it under their control, hopefully. Actually, they'll get it in one turn. That kind of sucks. So we're going to be a turn late on that. Alright, not much else I can do right here. We're about to get our technology research done. Alright, I should be able to get control of this system now. That has ended. Shut down the hack.
I greet you in the name of the four families.
Finally discovered the Lumeris. Let's go ahead and grab like those two. Merge those together. This can just invade. They don't have any defenses. Even if they recruit defenses, they can't stop us. This should be more than enough to take on whatever they send to fight us. Alright. And we can just burn this system down. I guess before we burn it down, was this any good at all? Yeah, there was like nothing here but red saying. Bad anomalies, bad planets. Definitely burn it to the ground. And we'll just keep moving this fleet along. This fleet will take 3 more turns to get this battleship completed. I'm okay with that. Everything else here is pretty much whatever. This fleet can just stay in defense of that for now. That'll be done in 4 turns. Before we actually finish that, we can go ahead and get big data shipyards. That will give it a little bit of XP and it'll be leveled up. Also, this system, because it's starting to get pretty full, we should go ahead and get spin projects running on all of these planets. And what else do I want to do? It's going to take us a long time before we get enough of that. Is there anything I can do here? Not really. So this pirate has quite a bit of defenses amassed. This one's been here for a while now. It's a tier 4, so power level of 4. These get stronger as time goes on. It's going to take us a while to burn through this. With 750 troops, we're actually about even. He only has 500 that he can deploy at a time. I can deploy up to like 900 at a time. I think I'm gonna wait the turns to get this guy finished and then send all of these ships together as a single fleet. That should be 10, and then we should have something like 7 here. Alright, so this system now is completely filled out. Dimitri has leveled up again. So did she. Okay, well, where do we want to put her? I guess experience per turn on fleet would be good, because we are going to send her to be a fleet commander. Is there anything else I want to do with this system? Not really. This can just get done as it gets done. The mayor's ship will be able to shoot down momentarily. This was a system I was actually interested in colonizing. And actually, we happen to have some colonizer ships. So, this settler, let's go ahead and edit the settler design real quick. We've got engines that move up to 4, so we can throw those on there. And then the colonizer, I can edit this guy, and we could actually put a colony and make him a colony ship as well, and use him to colonize another system. And then we can break out that fleet, upgrade it, and send it this direction. Alright. You can get out of our space, please. He has retreated. Also, one thing that I haven't messed around with is our battle tactics. Is there any battle tactic that I would prefer? Mostly we want something like this. So let's see if that stays. We should be able to use that battle tactic now. Most of our weapons work best at medium range. Alright, this system is almost completely filled up. We can get spin projects here running. Approval is through the roof, so we don't need any of these approval buildings. despite everything else going on. Do we need AI labor? AI labor will give us about 20 industry because of the arid hot Leo 1. That will give us a lot of influence, which I think is more important to us at the moment. Alright, so we got that and we got that. I don't think there's anything else we need to do here. These guys could invade. Where is my hack going? I actually have a hack going to Virgo. I don't remember. I guess we'll go ahead and invade. We'll go with guerrillas. This will minimize our losses. They won't be able to fight us very effectively. How much do they have left? So, yeah. So after one combat, they're already down to like 175. Ooh, they just leveled up to tier 5 too. Shut down the hack. Go ahead and finish wiping these guys out. Let's switch our battle tactic to this. Got an empty construction over here. The approval is not so good on this system, but I don't have anything that can improve it. Also, we got a new trade company unlocked. We should probably try to lay down. Trade company headquarters, huh? I have just the spot for you. In fact, yeah, it's not there. It's probably Rigel or Fad. Fad could be. No, we want all the trade headquarters on one end and all of the subsidiaries at the other end. So like Leo would be a good trade headquarters, I believe. And we could just buy this out. Yeah, if we buy that out, we can just get our dust rolling even faster. We get a little bit more science, or we could get more dust. I guess we'll go with the dust, then the science, and then probably just 3D printing. They've already tried to colonize this now. Okay. Let's see. You can die. You can die. And then you can merge. Okay. Don't need to do anything here yet. I think this will be just fine. One thing I should be doing, since I have these probes, is trying to hit part of this lane out here. Also, this should be the turn that we complete our dreadnoughts. Yeah, there it is. Alright. So they have been gutted. That means this fleet can head over here and begin gutting even more. Alright, no turning back. We want to become the Sheridan. This gives us patriotic shipyards and higher defense capacity, but less influence per citizen. United Empire gives us just 10% industry in all systems, and we maintain our industrialists. And the Mizari give us 10% science on the entire empire, and all of our empire produces science, but less influence. We're definitely going to go with the Sheridan. Also, Magnet's Council. Unique industry improvement can only be built once in the entire empire. 20% industry on Happy, plus another 20% industry, period. This needs to go on our highest industry system, which is almost certainly going to be our capital. So we'll get that done next. One thing that I could do at this point, I can't do it because this screen for whatever reason doesn't work. We did maintain militarist laws for 10 turns. On the shoulders of giants. Did this just start? The event has come to an end. Okay. 2 points. Did we not assign one of his points earlier? We must not have. Plus 20% defensive capacity. Extra science on system. Or just straight up more influence. And then we get 1 point to put into something else. Plus 2 deposit value on strategic resource deposits, if assigned on system. That would give us a lot more a lot more adamantium. I don't know if any of these other ones are really all that good. 20% capacity or 100 capacity plus extra deployment limits if we ever get attacked. Or just flat 30 science. I think we'll go with this. He's not on a system where he gets to take super duper advantage of it, but this is still pretty good. And it's free. I don't have to spend any money on it. We should definitely consider getting that. Ooh. That would be another one we should consider getting. We'll build another dreadnought over here just to defend our home system. Because we can. We're starting to get towards the limits of our approval. That with one of these two. This one's cheaper. And then somewhere out here I want to build this. And we could get that done in a single turn with influence. We should. This system's going to take a while to build up. That's just extra food. Let's just get that up and running for now. And let's not forget to colonize that. Alright, so this has been wiped out now. This guy will get destroyed. And this fleet can now merge with that fleet. And they should be a pretty unstoppable force. This fleet can head over here and defend our frontier. And these ships are making their way to these nice, tasty regions that we might want to settle. I think these two were the two I was looking at potentially settling. We are at 8 of 10, so we definitely have the room for expansion. This pop-ups are annoying again. I don't like pop-ups. I want to be able to click on them myself. Search the curiosity or build a ship with the Emperor module. We can do that.
Careful, or things are going to get as ugly as you are.
They're hostile with us for some reason. Simultaneous war systems. Just straight up more fleet capacity. That's cool. Population collection bonus for the Sheridan is Eden Ensigns. That kind of sucks because we don't actually have Eden Ensigns. +5 per 100 stock on systems. Okay. Yeah, we can't do that anymore, unfortunately. This system needs to build something. What do we need to build? Our approval rating has tanked. There are a number of things we could do to improve it. But not by a significant margin. Alright, well, let's see if we can just like get out of the really bad areas. I can get up to like 49. That's about the same either way there. Okay, what else can we do in this system? There's quite a few population here, so we could grab this. This is going to be worth 5, and this is going to be worth 10. So that'd be 15. 15 approval puts us at 50, 64. Not quite enough to get us to a tier of happiness worth spending resources on, so we'll just build this for now. Also, that can happen. We unlocked the next tier of military stuff, so we should probably take a look at that. Alright, so we've got tier 4 access now. Juggernaut blueprints. This one gives us more command points, so that one's pretty important. Advanced torpedoes are incredibly dangerous, as are unstable slugs. These are super powered guns that are very, very powerful. Here's an example of why the Golgi lasers are so good. The damage per second on these weapons is pretty good at 51, but the crit chance is only 19% and the hull penetration is 20. If you look at our weapons, it's only 36 damage, so it's significantly lower, but the crit chance is 20%. It doesn't have any kind of penetration, which isn't as good, but for an early game weapon, this is incredibly powerful. So this is why I really like rushing to those weapons. They're nearly as good as the really high tier stuff. They're better than these, really. 42 damage per second, but only 16% crit chance. Like, it's just good. They don't have the energy weapon accuracy penalty. So these are weird weapons. Some of these have some cool effects. These ones actually do like an EMP effect, it looks like. And then these ones just have hull penetration. So they're even more effective at destroying ships with lots of hull plating. Okay, well, where are we going to invest our time and energy at this point? Quadronix, and that's stuff we really need, but actually what I need more than anything is I need to get this rare curiosity thing uncovered. And we actually do have a few desert planets. So I'm going to grab that for starters. We might grab this next. I'm not sure if we had any Arctic worlds or ice worlds that we needed. Also, snow worlds we never got, and that's pre-approval. Not sure. This won't take very long, so we'll grab that real quick, and that will give us access to a few more planets. Are these guys not... Yeah, they should be depleting the defenses. Okay, they are. And now we'll deplete them even faster. So we should be able to merge these fleets, no problem. 17 command points out of 23 now. That objective has failed. That's fine. Not sure we were ever going to get that done anyways. This system is currently happy, so getting that and that are probably worthwhile. Also, the food on this particular system is probably worth getting this to make this a little faster and keep it going. We don't have any sterile planets here. Okay, actually, that actually can get done too. That's a fair amount of industry. Not a lot, but a fair amount. Our depletion now is 43 per turn, so we should do this for like a turn or two and then finish them off. Anything else that I need? Not really. Alright, that could be 10 turns to get that done. Yeah, we need to get we'll have to figure out that system's just going to be crap until we get ownership of it, basically. Alright, that's already done. Well, I guess let's look at what planets do we have here. Desert, we needed that. And then this system had Boreal, Arctic, Barren. I'm not sure if we wanted that one or not. Do any of these systems have planets we haven't colonized? No, they're all good. Okay, so then it's just a matter of, do I want Hawking radiation for the travel between wormholes, or do I want a really good science building that's going to give us just like 25% more science per system? If we look at our science outputs, 25% science per each of these is like 50 extra science. So that's actually pretty good. Or this is 30 extra science plus 2 per population. which with a population of 10 would be 50, and with a population higher than 10 would actually be more than 50. So they're not that different in terms of the values that we get out of them. I guess we'll go that one. Most of our planets have at least 10 population. Many of them have more. Alright, they're probably ready to be decimated. We could definitely blitz this. We can use our full capacity and still have almost 600 troops in reserve. We'll have almost double their troop capacity on the field, and tanks are extremely effective against these guys. Yeah. We lost a little bit, but not a lot. They will still have some remaining for the next fight, but that'll be it. And we can send some probes out just to see what's going on. I've got one patrol ship, 4 battleships, and a cruiser. This ship is almost there. As are my 2 colony ships that we're finally going to use. We've had them since the very beginning of the game almost. I want to create a back door here, and then we'll use the back door to hack that system in 6 turns. Now's the time to take a look at our dreadnought. See if we wanted to add anything to it. So clearly we could add some much better hull plating, as well as much better shielding. We definitely have the resources for that. And then the Emperor module gives flotilla defense and protection, but that only makes sense to put on a hero's ship. Putting it on anything else kind of doesn't make sense. Anti-cloaking is an option. The squadron shifter. So this one actually is really cool if we wanted to put that on, say, the ship that has the bombers. Gives them extra health and dodge. Increased chance to be targeted. Lowers chance to be targeted. Where is the other one at? I thought there was another adamantium module. Or am I misremembering? Because there was the shield reloading, there was the ship one, and then there was a repair one. but I'm not seeing it. Because that was kind of the one I was thinking of throwing in this slot. I guess we do have better guns, so we should probably upgrade that. I don't. If we just look at the support modules. Huh. I don't know why that's not showing up. Repair ship after each phase. No, this might... Well, this sounds like it, but it's not. I don't really want to reload my shields, and I don't really need, like... I guess we could go anti-cloaking, just in case anybody's cloaking their ships. Seems kind of silly to put that on this ship, though. Maybe we just put that on there and make it a much more CG ship. I don't know. That seems weird. Doesn't cost very much to get that done. Alright, so those ships can head over there. This ship is now outfitted and can head over here. We're a couple turns away from getting that completed. This system is not doing anything, so what can we do here? This system actually could get up to the next tier of modernization, and this is actually our other capital, so I think that's worth doing. Also, I suppose once we do that, this gets more valuable, and then the approval will help. I can pull him off of there to help a little bit, but that's about all I can do. That should be over. Those should be gone. Resources discovered. And empty construction queue. One thing that we do need is another patrol ship. We can edit this. Is there anything better we can equip on it? I guess we could equip better shields potentially, if we really cared. But the weapons are about as good as they're gonna get. I suppose we could put guns on there. These guns are actually really good. They don't actually affect the damage that much at long range. massive amount of shielding. I could put this on there. Gives me more probes to throw out. They recover 1 a turn, but I get 3 in stock and they have a longer vision. Let's apply that and then get one of those made over here. In fact, let's get 2 of those made. Approval's high enough, and then we can build the dust factory. Because we have a bunch of curiosities now that we've got more science that we're going to have to come back here and scan. There's a couple back here. Yeah, so we'll get that taken care of. Alright. Got ships moving everywhere over here. Do I want to move this fleet? Pegasus is where we're heading next, right? Let's go ahead and move this fleet over here. We can scan this curiosity real quick. More void stone. Send a probe down that way. Blockade this so that we can get this colonized easy enough. Alright, cool. 2 turns and our fleets will have met up with our flagship. Anything else that I need to do? Yes. This ship is now finished. There's some over here and some over here. We'll send this guy this direction first. And then this one can go that way. And this system, once those things are done, we need to get more of this material faster, so we're going to build both the mining facilities here. Alright. That's probably good. One thing I haven't done in a while we need to do is get these things paid for. So
Tell us what you plan.
That's 20% more damage, or that's 1.5 per command point. On fleet, this is always active. This is only active if our fleet's large. And as our fleet gets decimated by enemy fire, we may or may not get the full benefit of that. Science and exploration, next tier has been unlocked. Also, we now have a science building that we can build. And a titanium colonizer, which actually has probes on it. +3 vision range on systems. Interesting. Increases warp. Ah, cool. Outside of star lane movement speed. Yeah, this is the one that I can't find. Adamantium repair. Ah, that's why. It can only be installed on Coordinator class ships. It's not available on the Dreadnought class ship. That would be why. Okay. Smart tax collection. Just straight up 25% more dust. Interesting. Mineral manipulations. Microwave pipes. That one is one of the better ones to build. And we actually are getting pretty good income of both adamantium and soon to be antimatter. Trade value. Okay. %30 damage by troops on Empire. That's actually pretty cool. Fabricated license. It's just straight up tons of industry. What does this one do? 30% damage by troops on, or 30% health of troops. That doesn't seem very helpful. This one actually. I wonder if this includes boarding pod damage. Alright, well, a couple of the things that we could do that would be interesting might be to grab these two technologies. This will give us extra slots on our military ships. So that one in particular, since we have 4 of those, that would also be good. What do these do? These are technologies I don't get to very often in the game, so I don't always remember what they do. +2 before triggering expansion disapproval. That's actually really going to be something we're going to need soon. That should keep us busy for a while. Alright. What do we got here? This ship needs to come out and head over here. Yeah. Alright. We've got the curiosities. And we found, cool, we needed more of those actually. Anything else? Could terraform these to desert worlds. Don't think that's necessary. That could get done. Rename the Decky system. Search the curiosity. We'll try and do that maybe. Cool. Well, that's actually really good for us. Alright, and then I've got one probe. Oh wait, we got the quest, so we can go ahead and do that. Dust. Okay. What did we get? We got like a ship that's like absolute garbage. We'll just sell it. Alright. So, one of these can colonize this world. Which one is going to be the lucky world that gets colonized? It's probably going to be this one. Let's see, the outputs are food, industry, and dust on this large desert versus industry and dust. So yeah, the large desert makes the most sense. What was this one? Oh, interesting. Gutted pirate stronghold. Oh, we'll actually watch this real quick. Alright, so this is going to take a while because it's a desert world. We do have the dust to accelerate it by some margin. And we also have the influence to accelerate it. So we'll do both of those things. I guess this ship can just merge with the fleet for now? That'll be there in one turn. And we're quickly approaching turn 200. Or sorry, turn 100. Orbit around Orm for 10 turns. Where's Orm at? Oh. Orbit around Orm for 10 turns, huh? I don't know who's gonna get that done, but maybe we make like a couple bolters to do that? Like a small little scout fleet. Alright, I need to buy some deciduous trees. We can buy 60 of them. That should give me enough for one of these other systems to get up to tier 3. Yep. Also, is there anything else that you can build before we go back into... Actually got a lot of curiosities to uncover. I could just be building ships here too. Big data shipyards would be okay for that. Sure, why not? We'll put big data shipyards here too. We got a ship heading that direction, right? I think a scout ship here? Yeah, he's on the way. Trading company is ready.
In the name of the...
Harmony. Don't really care about that. New trading company. Okay, so Leo has a trading company, Baton has a trading company. Vene needs a trading company. Get that in one turn. And I mean, let's just get all this stuff, right? Eventually. Population lost. So we do need a little bit more food here. Guess we'll go ahead and get those two things down. And I suppose we could get both of the mining things down so we could get more adamantium too. Alright. Boy. We'll send it off that way, I guess. Alright. Merge these guys together. Ooh, I can't merge them together. Okay, so the settler is gonna have to become its own ship so that those can merge together. And then we've got the scout ship that can do that. The pirate ships attacked us. That's a big mistake on their part. And we should probably just drop the invasion force at this point. Also, we can send a probe that way. All kinds of stuff going on here. I'm gonna get rid of that. Okay. Blitz or Guerrilla? I mean, we have tons of manpower, so yeah, just blitz them. Alright, that's done. That's done. That's done. That's done. Part 2, I'll worry about that later. Hostile trace detected, I don't really care that much. She can assign a skill. We'll give her more experience per turn. He can assign a skill. We'll give him... I guess we'll go with the defensive one. Yeah. He's pretty much always going to be a political leader. Okay, we lost another population in Baton. Okay. Is there anything else that we want to do here? Not really. Alright, well, I wanted to get this done, but it's already 2 hours in and we're really close to turn 100, so I guess we'll go ahead and wrap this one up tonight. We're still battling for this constellation at this point, which seems ridiculous at turn 100, but we're just now starting to get into mid-game. We'll be heading towards the end game. A lot of games will end by turn 150 to 180. I think a typical game lasts to turn 200 at this speed, but maybe it's a little longer. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've actually finished a game. I usually just get to a point where none of the other players seem to be able to stop me, and then I kind of quit. So, start a new one. That being said, if you're enjoying the video, give it a like, give it a comment. How many systems do the Riftborn have left? That's a great question. Every time I think they're dead, they pop back up.
Tell me why you're here. Now.
And I don't have any information other than this one location here. They've also started a colony over here again. I keep wiping out their colonies. I have a feeling that maybe they have some systems back here off of this lane where the vaulters are, but I haven't been able to get a probe to actually hit anything so that I can scout it. So maybe we'll get to that next game, but it took me 2 hours to get from here, take Fad back, clear out some pirates and some Riftborn systems over here, get a colony on this system, and just get over here. So it's been a long, arduous struggle to conquer this constellation. I don't think we're actually in control of this. Yeah, see, we have 7 systems, but Breaker has 8. So not only are the Vaulters on this constellation, but the Cravers are somewhere on here as well, and they have a lot of systems. So that's going to be interesting. I'm assuming that what it is this arm here stretches down and wraps down this way somehow. That's what it seems like to me anyways. So yeah, we got a lot of work to do if we're actually going to wipe the universe of Xeno scum like I had hoped. But we are making progress. We do have probably the most powerful ships in the game right now, so I don't think anybody can really contest us anymore. And if you didn't get to watch it earlier, I actually managed to take on Isander's fleet that he loans people. He loaned it to the Vaulters, who made a play against us and almost wiped our fleet out entirely. We managed to rebuild, and we managed to beat him straight up with inferior class ships. So that was pretty cool. And come back to where we are now. So, but I am going to go ahead and call it for tonight. This one will go up sometime tomorrow, and we'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a great evening.